Brad Pitt is a famous Hollywood actor, producer, and philanthropist. His professional portfolio includes over 50 films, among which are real gems of cinema that are worth watching again and again. He is someone who is truly extraordinary, a darling of fate, a hard worker, or just an avid supporter of his own success. Today we will find out together.
William Bradley Pitt, also known as Brad Pitt, was born on December 18, 1963, in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
His father worked as a normal manager and his mother worked at school as an advisor. William was their first child, and after he was born the family moved to Springfield in the Midwest, where he had a younger sister Julie, and older brother Douglas. The future movie star's family was typical, with deeply religious parents who gave all three children strict education. Apart from acting career, Brad Pitt is also well known for his charitable work. He has invested millions of dollars into various social activities aimed at helping communities and less fortunate people. On Sundays, all children sing in choir and there is a prayer before each dinner. Brad grew up as a very normal child. He wasn't particularly fond of studying but was very curious to explore during his free time. There was room for sports and arts in his life, but above all he wanted to become a journalist, so after graduating from high school, he enrolled at the University of Missouri. However, after receiving his degree, he unexpectedly went to Hollywood, where he began his acting career. That's when Brad Pitt's stage name appeared, because his full name always made him uncomfortable. The young man was determined enough to pay any price to step into the dream factory. He did odd jobs such as moving furniture or driving taxis, even wore chicken suits that were bigger than him, inviting customers into El Pollo Loco restaurant. Brad remained frugal with every penny earned. A portion of Brad Pitt's income was used to pay for a rented apartment and family needs, while the rest was used for acting classes. His creative career began in 1987 when he received some uncredited guest roles.
He appeared on TV shows Another World and Dallas, then in 1988 joined the TV series 21
Jump Street with Johnny Depp. Among his girlfriends at that time were Shalane McCall, an actress, and Sanita, a singer. His movies continued to emerge with works like Happy Together, a romantic movie, Freddy's Nightmares, Growing Pains, and 30-something, all being television series. Additionally, he participated in The Dark Side of the Sun, which was filmed between USA and Yugoslavia, but only released 10 years later due to war conflicts. Brad Pitt also starred in horror film Cutting Class, which helped him earn his first paycheck of $12,000. On set, Brad Pitt met Jill Scullin and they started dating right away. 3 months after their first date, the couple got engaged, but shortly after that, she flew to Budapest to film a movie and fell in love with the director. She broke the news to Pitt when he spent his last bit of money on a ticket to Hungary's capital, planning to spend a few days with his future bride's company. A newfound passion mended his broken heart: actresses Christina Applegate, Elizabeth Daily, and Robin Givens, who was married at the time, as well as Mike Tyson's deceived husband. Before long, the actor had an affair with his co-star from Too Young to Die. Released in 1990. Interestingly enough, Brad's girlfriend Juliette Lewis was 10 years younger than him. The feelings were strong and they were considered one of Hollywood's most beautiful young couples, but they split up after several years together. There is speculation that Pitt didn't like her fascination with Scientology. He himself eventually left religion despite objections from his. It should be noted that in the future, the actor has a relationship with his filmmaking partners, but some of them ended concurrently with production. Pitt, meanwhile, didn't stop for a minute for desire to conquer Hollywood. He starred in the films The Image, Across the Tracks, Johnny Suede, Thelma and Louise for $6,000, Two-Fisted Tales, Cool World, Contact, True Romance, and TV series A River Run Through It. By 1993, Pitt's fees had increased significantly, namely, the movie California brought him $500,000. And a year later, movie theaters, which for a long time became Brad's calling card. Interview with Vampire. The Vampire Chronicles, based on the novel of the same name by American writer Anne Rice, was very enthusiastically received by the public and brought Pitt a remuneration of $3 million. The film earned $223 million at the global box office on a budget of $60 million, and it has also received numerous nominations and awards. Brad accepts the MTV Award for Most Desirable Man. and for Best Male Lead Role, and was also nominated for a Saturn Award. However, there were also a protest award. Pitt and Tom Cruise received the Golden Raspberry Award for the worst combination. In the same year, the period drama Legends of the Fall was released, and once again, it was a success. The film won an Oscar for Best Cinematography, while Brad himself received a Golden Globe nomination for Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture Drama. Meanwhile, production on the horror movie Seven was underway with some challenges. Particularly, producers did not want to release the film with its originally planned ending. At least 5 alternate scripts were proposed, but none of them worked out. It was all thanks to Pitt, who firmly refused to participate in filming if the ending was changed. Interestingly enough, Pitt wasn't initially cast as Detective Mills. Denzel Washington and Sylvester Stallone were considered for this role before him. And in one scene, Brad's hand is badly injured on the windshield of a car. And the filmmakers decided to reflect this in the script by changing some details. Generally speaking, the screenwriters approached the material very carefully, filling the film with interesting details related to number 7, house number, span number of the metronome. The result of this method turned out to be very impressive. The film earned over $300 million at the box office and was awarded numerous awards and nominations. It also earned Pitt a salary of $4 million and a romance with co-star Gwyneth Paltrow on the set. Immediately, the media began to passionately detail their love story. Brad fell in love with the actress at first sight, fell in love with her, and soon he proposed. But Gwyneth, too young to get married, and the constant attention of the public put a lot of pressure on her. So in the end, the wedding failed. Continuing a series of unconventional and profound film experiments, in 1995 Brad starred in the lead role in the movie 12 Monkeys. The work became a milestone for the actor. He was nominated for an Oscar and also recognized as Best Supporting Actor by both Golden Globe Awards and Screen Actors Guild Awards. Interestingly enough, Pitt's salary for this job was small, just a nominal fee. At the time of signing his contract, he wasn't officially at star level yet. That came after releasing Seven and Interview with the Vampire. In the following 2 years, Brad starred in several movies: Sleepers, The Devil's Own, 7 Years in Tibet. In total, he earned $28 million as an actor during these years. However, there was also a downside to it all. Because of filming a movie about Tibet, he was banned from entering China for life by their government. A portion of Brad Pitt's income was used to pay for a rented apartment and family needs, while the rest was used for acting classes. His creative career began in 1987 when he received some uncredited guest roles.
He appeared on TV shows Another World and Dallas, then in 1988 joined the TV series 21
Jump Street with Johnny Depp. Among his girlfriends at that time were Shalane McCall, an actress, and Sunita, a singer. His movies continued to emerge with works like Happy Together, a romantic movie, Freddy's Nightmares, Growing Pains, and 30-something, all being television series. Additionally, he participated in The Dark Side of the Sun, which was filmed between USA and Yugoslavia, but only released 10 years later due to war conflicts. Brad Pitt also starred in horror film Cutting Class, which helped him earn his first paycheck of $12,000.